Unexpected superhero origins. When we think of superheroes from the golden age of comics, we usually imagine brightly colored costumes, square jaws, and secret identities hidden behind domino masks. But the era stretching from 1938 to 1956 was a time of wild experimentation, sometimes bordering on the truly bizarre. Among the most unusual characters to leap from newsprint was Madame Fatale, a hero whose concept was so ahead of its time, and so strange, that it has become a fascinating footnote in comic book history. Debuting in Crack Comics #1 in May 1940, Madame Fatale was not an old lady at all, but a retired male actor named Richard Stanton who fought crime disguised as a sweet, elderly woman. The creation of Madame Fatale stands out because of its sheer audacity. At a time when most superheroes relied on brute strength and flashy powers, Richard Stanton's greatest asset was his thespian skill. After his wife's tragic death and his daughter's kidnapping, Stanton abandons his successful stage career and uses his talent for disguise to infiltrate the criminal underworld. The twist? He chooses the guise of a harmless old woman, complete with glasses, a shawl, and a cane. This clever ruse allows him to get close to gangsters who would never suspect a frail grandmother of being a threat. When the time is right, Madame Fatale reveals surprising strength and cunning, dispatching villains in a way that is equal parts ingenious and theatrical. While the premise was innovative, the reception was less than enthusiastic. Many readers of the time were bewildered by the sight of a cross-dressing hero, and the character failed to catch on with the public. This may be why Madame Fatale's adventures were short-lived, ending after just a handful of appearances. Yet, the character's legacy endures as an early, if accidental, exploration of gender roles in comics, a theme that wouldn't be openly addressed until decades later. Madame Fatale's ability to blend into any situation and use societal expectations to his advantage makes him a unique figure, and arguably one of the most unconventional crime fighters of the Golden Age. Today, Madame Fatale is often mentioned in lists of the weirdest superheroes ever created, but there's something undeniably admirable about the character's originality and daring. In an era obsessed with the typical trappings of heroism, Madame Fatale dared to be different, reminding us that sometimes, the most powerful disguise is the one no one expects. Brought to you by Victory Age Comics. Reviving forgotten heroes, one panel at a time.